Good evening. Welcome. December 31, 2025, Military Strategies Live. Military Strategies, last day of the year. With new information about what has happened, about what occurred in the attack by Donald Trump from the United States, the Secretary of War of the Navy of the Air Force of the most powerful country in the world, to the cartel of the Suns. Today, new data, new images, new suspicions. Here on Military Strategies to say goodbye to the year, Family all together, your likes, your comments. It has been an incredible year, and this 2026 freedom is coming. Venezuela is coming with all our hearts united. Let's begin. Thank you. Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies, December 31st, 2025. This is crazy. Like every day on this channel since the very first day. Oh, that first day, that first broadcast. So sad about October 7th and what happened in Israel, but we discussed something else. Also sad, obviously, what's happening in Venezuela, what's happening right now. New data, we have new information about what happened that night. The night of December 26th, when Donald Trump said in an interview, "We have hit Venezuela hard. We've hit them really hard. We've hit them very hard. We have destroyed a factory where there were very bad things, where there were also boats to send them to the United States of America." Since then, since that day, 27, 28, 29, people were finding out about all this. A total witch hunt campaign has started to find out where is the place, which is the site that Donald Trump had set his sights on, where he had put all his effort. A lot of things have happened this December. On December 9th, did something happen within this chapter of this important story? Maria Corina Machado left Venezuela.
No.
On December 7th. A certain Petro, president of Colombia, etc. He said that some bodies had been found on a beach in a place in Guajira. Be careful with the dates. December 7th, bodies, explosions that had been heard. December 9th, Maria Corina leaves Venezuela. December 9th, something else happened. December thing. Pay attention to something that happened that day and that we experienced with great intensity here in Military Strategies. Pay attention to this. Pay attention. Remember something that happened that day. In the Gulf of Venezuela area, something important was happening. Something remarkable was happening. Fly Raider. December 9th, 5 in the afternoon. 2 F-18 planes were entering at high speed, 682 kilometers per hour into the interior of the Gulf of Venezuela, inside the Wolf's Den. You remember this, right? December 9th, 2025.
5.
Where did they go? What did they do? All right, let's make a memorandum. What happened with these F-18 planes and where did they go? From the north of the Gulf of Venezuela, they headed south. There we can see it. Archive footage. Sorry, the title is wrong, right? Well, Iran is a mess. That's wrong. It's a mess. Now, new data. Excuse me, okay? You know, if I have to do everything, I have editors. I don't have anyone. Here, it is what it is. Well, let's keep watching the F-18S.
So,
heading south. What were they actually doing that day? On the 7th. A boat destroyed far from there near Puerto Lopez. On the 9th, F-18S entered the Gulf of Venezuela. What were they doing? Right? A lot has been talked about, a lot has been said. That this has been done with drones, that the CIA has been involved. Former CIA members are upset because Donald Trump has told and said a ground operation has taken place, a covert mission. He has talked and commented quite a lot. But why did the F-18S go in there on December 9th? Was that the only time they went in? Of all the displays of force and everything that has happened, the F-18S have only gone in once on December 9th. Why? What were they doing?
No.
There are questions, but also answers. What do you think if I tell you something? A little thing? This area that we see around here is the area invaded by the Boogie Moms. The National Liberation Army, that guerrilla group, pro-Maduro, paid and financed by Maduro to destabilize Venezuela and to take care of everything related to trade, smuggling, and processing of the substance. Where were the F-18S going? They were going to enter Maracaibo. Why did they go down there? What were they doing? Let me tell you another secret. The F-18S you see there that day were carrying a system of weapons for reconnaissance, target selection, surveillance, and target designation, among other things. What were you doing around here, wandering in this area on December 9th? Why did you come down here? At the same time, Growler was breaking the radar systems of Punta Cardón and this entire peninsula we see here. But why were the F-18S there? They were scouting a target, they were observing a place, they were looking for something in there. It was a distraction, we said. For the Maria Corina situation, an infiltration operation was underway. Something noteworthy was happening. They were there since 5 in the afternoon. Let's go look for him. A couple of hours. 5:45, they were still around there. 5:50, heading north, an hour. They were there for an hour. What happened during that hour? That's what happened. Pay attention to this. Gulf of Venezuela. Petro tells us that 2 bodies were found on the 7th at Puerto Lopez Beach, and that a destroyed boat was also found. An attack, and according to witnesses, there were people who had heard bombs in the distance. Who? Day 9. The F-18S come in. They do a reconnaissance operation from the point we're interested in, and that we're going to look at tonight. Their cameras can reach up to 40 kilometers. Right in the same area, in the same place where the F-18S were circling a couple of times. Donald Trump on the 26th says he has attacked something related to water, a factory, and ships. Bang, boom, as Nicolas Maduro would say. But before revealing the place to you, please, family, your likes and your comments are super important. Why? This channel is growing and reaching far thanks to you sharing stories others don't. It's hours and hours of work, analyzing, searching, and understanding the truth, always staying ahead. What's happening Venezuela and Israel in the world? The news told in a different way, news that we won't find anywhere else. Like you, with the same curiosity and interest, do you want to know the truth about this crazy world around us? The world is more complex than we imagined. That's why your likes and subscriptions are super important. There are many adventures ahead on this channel with all of us together. Family, let it be that way. I love that song. It's one of my favorites. From Military Strategies, along with our intro for Venezuela, and it's amazing. But let's get back to where we were. Has it been discussed? The Maracaibo factory? The other day, I marked a place in the Catatumbo where I said, things happened here?
Yes.
Now a new option, a new chapter, the story.
Yeah.
The border with Colombia.
Yeah.
This way. In this inhospitable, remote place, away from prying eyes, it's the ideal spot. Where and how? Why? The mafias settle in this place to send the ships, the speedboats, to the United States of America.
Yeah.
Specifically, there is a place where it has happened, as detected by satellite. Some suspicious event. We keep going this way, we're going down, little by little, we're getting closer. The coast, Gulf of Venezuela, now we could call it the Gulf of Death. It hides secrets, like this one we see here. This place, far from any population, with nothing around, no roads for some years now, has housed a structure from what we think we believe. The images we see are boats. They may not be used by fishermen, but by transporters. Is that what Donald Trump hates so much? Here's this place. It opens up the option for you. The United States could have carried out a reconnaissance, a complete mapping of the entire coast on the 9th, on the 7th. They destroyed one of the boats that left from here, and that the bodies found 40 kilometers away. In Puerto Lopez. And between the 24th,
Maduro.
from the 20th to the 24th, an attack was launched on this place. We are waiting. We are waiting for much clearer satellite images than these, but take a look. The guy Barcus matches with the type of boats destroyed by the United States of America, they match completely cargo capacity. And a place out of everyone's sight. It could be. We could be looking at the place where that attack happened, the first one, or maybe one of the ones that have occurred, because there could have been more. This doesn't rule out the Maracaibo option at all. It doesn't rule out the Catatumbo option. It doesn't rule out anything. It just opens up more and more possibilities. Me, During today, the work we've been doing, yesterday we didn't do a live stream.
Okay.
There were several circumstances, and we also had to explore all options. Today, we can finally start sharing more things. Look, installation in 2023. In 2020, this installation already existed. We already had a presence here, Barkus. 2013. The installation existed. There were again Barkus. In 2004, there were some huts. In 2002, there was nothing. It's an element that, in recent years, has been developing. Take a look. 2013,
Sì.
2020. It's growing. The structure we see here, which could be the famous warehouse 2023, is being modified. It's growing even more. And the question is, these tracks we see here, what are they from? They are tire tracks from vehicles and also heavy vehicles that have been coming in and out of this place. Look. Here we see more suspicious structure. We could even see could be a type of communications antenna. This that we're seeing here, look, and we keep searching, following that road. And they take us to the main road.
Al-
Let's see, we're around here. Let's look in this area. We found a camp, this area here. We discovered a designed structure here in this area. More structures here marked off with a defensive wall. Look. What else do we have around here? Again, the typical sheds where the substance is manufactured and processed. More over here. Here we might see cattle branding. I'm being honest. There could be some cattle here. Yes, there could be.
Podría haber.
Let's say more. Head south. Again, we see the tire tracks of vehicles, arriving at the beach area. Here we are again. There's nothing closer. No type of structure is repeated.
No.
Here you can also see some hidden marks. Again, the ones that are hollow inside, carrying a lot inside them. Over here we see a few more, probably abandoned. Some of them. We see this area where you can see variations of the tides, the water fluctuates, which allows us to enter with shallow draft boats, quite flat ones. We'll stay here. Let's keep looking. Here we find another structure. This even looks like a kind of bridge channeling for when there is a rise in water. And here, what is all this? What are those structures in that area of the coast? Are they related to any undeclared activity? Could it be? We're still looking. We're still searching.
No.
For now, the only one we've seen clearly is the one that doesn't look like fishermen, right? We continue. Here, we see it too. Maybe too close inside. Not so far from sight, but there are still boats like this. Look, here's another one. This entire area is controlled by the guerrilla. A porous border with no security, allowing easy entry and exit. On foot, walking practically.
Inte.
I think that what we've seen could be the place. Here it's already too close, too many people.
Yum.
I think we should stay. With this place, due to its number, capacity, appearance, and evolution, this place could be the right one. I also want to mention something. Usually these mafias use the same fishing ports of artisans or local fishermen to load. So we can't really look for a difference between one and the other. It's quite something, huh?
Yum.
It's complicated to understand. Quite complicated to differentiate, but it seems that something happened here. In the coming days, we'll find out. I'll come back to this. We'll see. What happened to Nicolas Maduro? Did he mess up again? Farewell to Nicolas Maduro. End of the party, Nicolas Maduro. But before that, Maria Corina Machado has already sent a statement.
My dear Venezuelans, there are only a few hours left before this year ends, the old year, and for the arrival and welcome of 2026. Like every year, we eagerly await the arrival of a new year. We do it with faith, with hope, with confidence that this new time will bring us a better future.
We are reaching the end of a decisive year, a year that has not been easy, that has marked a before and after in our contemporary history. We all know this struggle to reunite our families and all of Venezuela has been long and difficult, but it has also made us stronger and more resilient and increasingly committed to the goals of our struggle. Venezuela has a possible, realistic, and democratic path to recover the country. It is not an improvisation. Precisely for that reason, it's a process that requires order, consistency, and collective commitment.
Ours is a struggle, one in which new challenges and difficulties arise every day. And that means every day we have to give the best of ourselves. And we've done it out of love for our children, for our families, out of love for Venezuela, out of love for freedom. And thanks to that enormous effort from each and every Venezuelan and from our entire people, with the support of our genuine international allies. This year, 2025, we have taken decisive steps. We have achieved enormous accomplishments, which allow us to be so close to achieving what we have always dreamed of.
It's a moment that involves all of us. Those who have resisted inside the country, those who have had to leave, those who have lost hope, and those who never let it go. Everyone is needed for Venezuela's reconstruction. We are a different country than we were a year ago. More aware of our strength, more united in what matters, and clearer about what we are never willing to accept again.
That's why it's so important that we remind ourselves again and again that we Venezuelans have done well. We've done the right thing this year, 2025. And that's why today, for the whole world, the name Venezuela means nobility, it means courage, and it means infinite love for freedom.
The future of Venezuela is not in this discussion. The decision has already been made. The people, and when a nation decides to move forward, there's no turning back. No matter how tough or unexpected the obstacles are, we move forward. This path requires patience and mutual trust, but it's a firm path, and we're going to walk it together. Venezuela is going to change, and it's going to do it right.
We'll all see each other soon in our homeland.
2026 will be the year of the consolidation of a nation's will.
Thank you for watching The East.
That was Maria Corina Machado Edmundo's message.
Presidente.
President-elect Maria Corina of Venezuela's Democratic Forces. It's interesting. It's a 3-minute, 48-second message mixed between Edmundo and Maria Corina. It's a message to encourage, to give strength to all the resistance against the Chavista regime, and a message that isn't clear either. This 2026 is going to be decisive, but so was going to be, and it has been, 2025 has been decisive too. Without a doubt, we need to take stock of all this. In 2024, a process began with those elections a year later with the arrival of Donald Trump, because obviously this wasn't going to change with the Democratic Party. The changes have begun. Venezuela has a window of opportunity for a clean future, and it's a decision for Venezuelans. In that sense, the resistance forces against the tyranny of Nicolas Maduro must be united. If there is no unity, there will be no freedom. I've said it from day one and still affirm it on December 31, 2025. And I will keep saying it in 2026. This topic is super important. I think what is going to happen, or what should happen, or what should take the natural course of things is this matter. For me, it would be positive. The case, having a face-to-face interview with Donald Trump, having Edmundo and Maria Corina go to the White House is important. The same Caribbean Sea, the place on the planet where there is the largest military force seen since World War II from the United States of America. It's important, the two leaders who are going to lead the country to democracy and get them out of the dictatorship. They meet with the man who has the key to make it happen. If that's not the case, I think there will be little progress in that regard. Conversations will happen. Video conference with Marco Rubio. Above all, I think Marco Rubio is the link between Maria Corina Edmundo and Donald Trump. But there must be a plan, a serious plan, a firm plan, a plan that can be executed. If not, people may eventually lose hope completely, and that can be catastrophic. So we have to be realistic. It now goes into 2026. Was the dictatorship overthrown in 2025? There is still a window of opportunity now. We have to make the most of it. How do we take advantage of that window of opportunity? From geopolitics or politics? Meetings, and more meetings and demonstrations. And pressure. Hear from Israel. We have to go to Israel. They need to cut off Iran's aid to Venezuela. We have to go. To other countries, so they can register ships carrying weapons to Venezuela on the high seas. We have to go. so that sanctions are enforced against the regime. Cartel of the Suns. We have to go to the houses, to the doors, ring the doorbells. We have to get moving, and that always works. If you stay still, nothing happens. If you act, things might happen, and those who act seem to achieve more. Yeah, Nicholas, I'm bored. He looks calm, although I think he shouldn't be. Maduro has done so much. Well, a little more show. Everything is staged, even what Nicholas does, including family.
Challenger 26. Victory, Challenger, admirable. '20 victory.
Forever.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Paz, forever, forever, forever. He's going to tell the people of the United States.
That's how Nicolas Maduro is. He knows how to move the situation to a point where he finds comfort. He clearly knows the military force is after him and could eliminate him at any time. But he also knows the limitations that exist in a post-Maduro era. He has information. He has people infiltrated within the United States who provide information to the regime, and we know this. It's something normal. It's not something that is out of the ordinary. In fact, if he didn't have it, that would be a problem. Obviously, they were aware of what's happening in Maria Corina's, Edmundo's, and the White House's circles, and act accordingly. Nicolas Maduro still has options. He's one of the world's richest people with even more money. The Carta de los Soles is among the world's most powerful organizations. They took Oil Tanker 2 from him. Let's see if it hurts. But it's not going to sink them. It doesn't sink like that. Letter from the Suns. This job takes a lot of time. Donald Trump can bet on two paths in this 2026 path number 1. Donald Trump can. That is, we're going to keep going like this. Naval blockade. We're shutting off the tap. They're running out of money. We're tightening the pressure, bombing some huts where all this substance is made, and from there, we'll see what happens. Or can Donald Trump do it? I mean, I've been presented with a clear plan. It's clear that once Maduro is out, Venezuela will become a livable place that's not hostile to the interests of the United States. And let's go with it. Why? Is it because Donald Trump is important? Venezuela's issue is now about more than just that. The issue of oil, it's obvious that it's important. It's also because of this. Libertador Base. Iranian-made drones, capability to launch missile attacks, and long-range, operated in Venezuela. We don't know if by Venezuelans or by Iranians. The United States coast is now 1,800 kilometers away. 2,000 kilometers. Any given morning, things can happen. Israel already knows it's just any other morning. Just another morning, 7, 5, 55, 6:30 a.m. You can wake up from a nightmare that doesn't end, that lingers over time. Precisely right there where things are. Precisely that's where he is. Maduro believes that without him there is no future, that there is chaos and that it's him. He is the only instrument to keep Venezuela under control. Yes, a dictatorship, but under control. What do you all think? I think the situation is as follows. A few hours ago, There are rumors that F-22 planes might be arriving in Puerto Rico. I don't have visual confirmation, but there is confirmation that they took off and were escorted to the Puerto Rico area. I don't know where the F-22s are stationed. On the other hand, another situation. The situation is as follows. At the perimeters of several air bases, military bases are present. In Puerto Rico are installing panels to block the view. What happens inside? With which the United States wants to start hiding its movements. It's a step forward, obviously, but then we have another detail. It's super important. It's already been 2 months of deployment. Since the end of October, now it's December 31st. These are no longer military exercises. It's not just any operation. Equipment type, plane type, EHM type. Military capabilities have been deployed throughout the region. They indicate that this is something bigger. And I was commenting, it's not just about Venezuela, and Donald Trump has said it. There's something more at stake here that we still haven't realized. We can't even imagine if it's true. The F-22 planes have arrived in Puerto Rico. Here we're talking about air-to-air operations against another, more powerful air force, Venezuela's. Maduro says words are unnecessary for those who understand. An F-22 is a fighter jet designed to shoot down other planes. It's not a ground attack aircraft. Complete air superiority. Then we have the F-35S. They can attack both in the air and on the ground. But the F-22 is something very specific, something very special. And it's not necessary for the F-22s to shoot down Maduro's planes. So, there are still things here that escape us from the equation. To understand them, they escape all of us. All analysts, everyone who is analyzing this topic. But family, I would like to see your comments. Let's check out your super chat comments. Last day, last show of the year, military strategies. I wish you all a happy new year. Honestly, it's been a really intense year. It's been an incredible year from every perspective. Every perspective, it's been fantastic. I didn't expect it. The number of people who have joined this great community and the positive reception it has had, laborious. Thank you so much, Santes, for supporting my tribe of Israel and your health. Even if it's just for a drink, I appreciate you, my friend. Anna, strategies. Start peeling the grapes. Oh, here where I am. I never say where I am. People think I'm in Spain, that I'm in Israel, that I'm... Nobody ever knows where I am. Strategies. We never know. I don't like grapes, but I do like wine. Anna, no grapes. Without. Happy New Year, beautiful community. We love you. Thank you so much, Sinmaraki. Thank you for all the support you give to this community since day one. Auntie Zerdos, I need to send you some coordinates that are going to surprise you. YouTube doesn't allow me to send coordinates. Well, there's our email. Well, Twitter. Post them on Twitter and tag us. So anyway, welcome to Auntie Zerdos. Pablo, how do you see the survival outlook for 2025? That's a good question. How do you think Nicolas Maduro will last until 2025?
25.
It was an option. Quite likely due to a series of circumstances that I've already mentioned, which I'm still not clear about. Even though it's been said out there that there's a plan for the first 100 days and Maduro and all that, I think it's great that there's a plan. That's fantastic. But personally, I don't see it that clearly. And then we have another issue, a pretty important one. The issue is Nicolas Maduro. Is he the key element for the regime's collapse, or is there more? Or are we talking about the military leadership? Are we talking about a lot of people behind him? A list of more than 200 people. We'll have to wait and see. It's complicated. Maduro's survival, not maturity, is due to Cuba. If Maduro isn't there, then Vladimir will come. Diosdado will come. Someone else will come. There's no doubt about that. If you ask me, I think everyone wanted, or thought, or had it in their heads that Maduro wouldn't make it past 2025. And yet there he is. But they didn't think he'd last in 2024 either. Or in 2017, 2018, 2013, and yet there he is. He's a survivor. Be careful with Maduro. Maduro knows how to survive. He knows how to survive and has found ways to get by. Christian, thank you so much for the 50 euros and 50 memberships. Happy New Year, Andrea. And to the Venezuelan people, may you regain your freedom soon. Thanks again, my friend. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to Miss Yaniko and everyone. Blessings and thanks, my friends. I'll tell you something else, too. There has been, maybe not with bad intentions, but on the part of some people, moments when they have said things that were not typical of Maduro. It won't go past Christmas. The attack will start today, huh? Has a drone or telescope been monitoring or attacking that factory? Grr, Tron said. It's going to be this week, which is the 3rd. I've always said, don't give dates. Please, don't give dates. Just wait for it to happen. When it happens, then we'll analyze what happens, but this isn't making predictions. It's esotericism. There's no crystal ball here. And starting to say tomorrow will be the day after, it will be today, or it won't work. It works, it doesn't work in any way, so that's how it is. One last review before we leave, letting people, especially our friends from Spain, enjoy their New Year's chimes. Let's take a look over here. Well, there are the skies. Everything is calm. Everything seems relaxed, but a day or night may not be so relaxed anymore. And what do you hear? Planes, explosions, and flashes in the sky? Family, thank you so much for this 2025. Thank you so much for everything you have given to this community, which is yours. It's your community. Do you decide what happens with this future? On YouTube every day. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, and subscribing. And it's a real honor that you choose this channel, which keeps growing every month. And it's thanks to your trust, because giving trust is something very important for humans, and earning it is very difficult. Family, as they say out there, pure life, freedom, damn it. Long live freedom, long live Venezuela, free Israel. Yay. Are we going to make this world great again? See you in military strategies in 2026. Let's see what happens. What's up? Last year I was saying that 2024 would be left in flames for us, and 2025. That's going to be absolutely crazy. It disappointed, but 2026 won't disappoint either. Have a great night. Enjoy your family. Those of you who are alone, you're not alone. You have a community, and you're part of military strategies. Greetings, family. See you in the next program. 2026 Military Strategies.